Trojan family, Trojan gang. Fight on forever is in the building. And today we finna talk about news and notes around SC. Right? This is the Carter SportsCenter edition of what's going on with USC. News and notes around campus and what's been going on around Trojanville. So I'ma start right on the field where the fans be, right? Now this fan, he left an interesting comment on Inside Troy to Ryan Abraham and Connor Morissette. Shot them out, the OGs of this USC YouTube. A fan left a very interesting comment, and I want y'all to check it out, and I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about these comments this fan made. So let me know in the comments, do y'all agree or y'all don't agree? So let's check out the video.
I will make sure this is a 2-minute phone call. In short, Lincoln Riley just lost two of their top picks this year in terms of the recruiting. Justice Terry is now gone. He's not put a fence around California at all, which is what Pete Carroll did. He's chasing these kids all over the country instead of just saying, hey, let me grab the best kid in California, which is one of the top states for prospects. I don't know what's going on. He seems to always do things too late with the defense. Now it's with the recruiting. We're in big trouble. And we're going to be in big trouble for the next couple of years because recruiting right now is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Oregon has got the top 3 out of the top 10 from California, and we have none. USC has none. It's a lot easier to recruit in-state because the parents can come watch the kids play. It's harder to recruit out of Georgia or what have you because the parents have to travel all the way across the country to do that. It was easier to do that in Oklahoma because Oklahoma's in the middle of the country. California is not. Lockdown California. He seems to always figure out things way too late, and now we're in trouble again. It's going to be another throwaway season for Lincoln Riley, and also the recruiting.
Not that pessimistic. I think there's some good points in there.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think there's some over the top.
That man went off, right? That man went off. You know what I'm saying? He's very passionate about USC, but what I will say is I think it's overrated that Lincoln Riley don't recruit California, right? I think he do. I think we can question if do he make them feel like a priority or not. I would agree that they probably don't feel like a priority in the sense that if you a USC kid, right, and say you a defensive lineman or cornerback and you a top player in California and you the top at your position, if you see USC offer a DB or a defensive lineman before you get your offer, or you see them being able to schedule a official visit before you and you right in the backyard, right, and things like that, I can see how you might feel second fiddle because it's like, okay, I'm right here in your backyard, USC. Like when y'all looking for DBs or whatever position, corners, linebackers, D linemen, whatever positions y'all looking for, y'all should hit us up first. Like I'm a top in California at whatever position you might go out of state to look at first. So do USC make California recruits feel like a priority? Probably not all of them, but they get offers. I done checked out the offers list, and all the top players in California, the top players, they do get offered. How hard USC recruiting them, I don't know. But speaking of California talent and California recruiting, check this out, man. USC just offered a kid out of Tustin, California. He in the class 2027. A defensive lineman that's 6'2", 310. He was 6'2", 310 as a freshman out of Tustin, California, right in our backyard. USC has offered this kid, and so has all the other schools. Georgia offered him. Right after USC offered him, Georgia offered the kid. Matter of fact, Georgia offered the kid before us. But still, USC is still on them early. But Georgia offered this kid back in May. USC just offered this kid back in June. So Georgia kind of on it a little bit faster, but we still give this kid an offer right after his freshman year, and we still got years and years to recruit, so he won't feel like he's second fiddle. Cal has already offered the kid. Utah and Nebraska has offered the kid. Now, you don't have too many kids like this in Southern California that's 6'2", 310 in the 9th grade. Kids like this don't grow on trees for California, so it is paramount that we lock this kid up. We can't let this kid go to Georgia or Nebraska. This is a Southern California kid that's 6'2", 310 in the 9th grade. Jeremiah Williams, Coach Henny, and them better be building a great relationship off top. We got the home field advantages. We one of the first schools to offer him. By the time he enrolled at USC, revenue sharing is going to be in effect, so it shouldn't be no money issues getting this kid. Hopefully, Coach Henny is still around for 2027 for kids like this. Jeremiah Williams in our own backyard. He's projected to be a 5-star, no doubt. The kid is 6'2", 310 with athletic ability, agility, right? Already, and this in the 9th grade. This kid is going to be a monster. This kid is going to be a monster. Point blank, he going to grow some more. He might end up 6'3", 6'4", 330, 340, just a monster. This kid got the potential to be a monster. And moving on to some other news that's positive for USC. We got a flip alert. This time in our favor, right? Cardi Smith, an offensive tackle who came and visited USC for that June 21st bash, right? This kid, since that visit, has decommitted from Auburn. Right. After he visited us, he decommitted from Auburn. Ooh. Now he projected and predicted to land at USC. Cardi Smith, right? So people flipping our kids, and we got a couple decommitments. Hey, listen, decommitments is a part of college football, right? 20 years ago, this was going on too. We just didn't have the media to know about it. You know how many kids flipped, decommitted, and committed back in the day when this wasn't being tracked? See, remember back in the day, we only heard about recruiting a couple days before signing day, like a week before signing day. We'll start hearing news and getting all this that we get all year, this in a week. Then we have signing day, then review the class. So we didn't know how many flips and decommits and all these things went on back in the day. So decommits is part of the game. Now we have a decommit that look like in our favor. Cardi Smith, who's predicted now to go to USC when he was an Auburn commit, right? So Josh Henson, he trying to put in some work, man. Like, don't sleep on Josh Henson. And some more news, just some light news. Doing homework, being detective on recruiting. Riley Pageon's been spotted rocking a lot of USC gear lately. You know what I'm saying? He been rocking a lot of USC gear with Texas gear. But if I'm keeping track, I seen him with the USC t-shirt with a Texas backpack. Then I seen him with the USC gloves on. So you know what I'm saying? I've been seeing him and he had the USC hoodie on, hoodie, shirt. So he been rocking more Texas gear than USC gear. I mean, for whatever that means, however much that's worth, right? He been rocking a little bit more USC gear, and that's been ever since the trip. Hey, maybe he just like how our gear look. And you know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with his recruitment, but it helped to be rocking this USC gear because that gonna have USC on his mind. If he like how our gear look, he might like how our uniform look and might want to play. You know what I'm saying? Everything matters with a 16-year-old kid. It's like a uniform could matter, the gear could matter. We never know with these kids. Everything matters. Another note, Gorsh Cordova was at that Rivals camp, the same one Juju Lewis was at, the same one Shamar Arnold was at. He was doing his thing against Alabama commitments, Michael Carroll and dudes like that. He was doing this thing, showing off against the best commitments. Gus Cordova looking good amongst elite talent. So it's a lot of positive things going out there. You know, the sky ain't falling. USC is still actually looking good out there. We looking good with a lot of recruits, and we still popular with a lot of recruits after we seen the Shamar Arnold commitment, Riley Pettyjohn rocking the gear, heavy, tough. Cardi Smith looking like he's flipping. Another kid rocking our gear, Nathaniel Owusu-Boateng. Nathaniel Owusu-Boateng was spotted at that same Rivals 5-star camp, right? Rocking the USC gear, the Trojans gear, right? Looking like he might be a silent commit. Like, it's been weeks since he came to USC and he's still rocking the gear. Now, these kids, they can rock whatever gear they want to rock. These kids got gear from every school that they visited. And to see these kids on multiple occasions rocking the USC gear, I mean, it's a good sign. It don't mean everything, but it's a good sign that we on their mind, we in play. So we still a cool choice. We still a cool look. USC still look cool within the recruits. That's all I'm saying. So it's gonna be about this season. Long as we don't have a horrible season, long as we have a good season, we gonna be in good standing for a great class. Let me tell you. And in other news, NCAA news, the NCAA Division I removes cannabis from the banned drug list. Not like, I mean, to tell you the truth, this ain't really been a problem in college football anyway. I ain't seen too many players suspended for using marijuana. I just haven't, right? I just haven't. But what I will say is that I would rather have these players taking marijuana than taking Vicodin and Percocets, these opioid drugs, right? And I don't necessarily want them smoking, but I'd rather have them take marijuana edibles than to popping all these medication pills. People get addicted to these pills, in which kills your organs. See, these medical pills, you know, the Vicodins, the Percocets, you know, all these things for pain, right? They have a long-term effect. They damage your organs. It's chemical. We have carbon bodies. We don't even supposed to take chemicals to heal us. But that's a whole different other story, right? But we don't supposed to put chemicals in our body. That's why you could overdose. That's why you could die if you take too many Percocets, right? Because it's a chemical that can kill you. And over the long term, it damages your organs. So just from man to man, from human to human, I'd rather somebody eat edibles for pain or any ailments like that instead of taking these pain pills. As far as recreation use, I don't want them getting blunted every day because that gonna affect their cardio. So you getting blunted every day, you gonna have to work a little bit harder than the other kid just to be in the same amount of shape, to have the same amount of wind. You know that smoking damages your lungs, so you gonna have to run that out. I mean, you know, they say the lung could clear itself over 7 years, but you know what I'm saying? You gonna have to work harder. That's what I'm saying. So you smoking weed, you gonna have to work harder on condition. So I don't want the players getting blunted, but I wouldn't mind them taking edibles for pain, right? I wouldn't mind that, because we all know about the opioid crisis that goes on in the United States. That is pushed to the back page now, but if people dying every day from opioids, right? So we don't want to get nobody addicted to those. And the number one people who could get addicted to those is athletes, football players, right? To deal with the pain that they're going through, right? What else I got for y'all? Oh, Andrew Marsh was spotted as well at the camp that Juju then was at in Shamar. Seemed like everybody was at that Atlanta Rivals camp. You know what I'm saying? Shamar, he was spotted showing out. You know, he like his one-hand catches. He got that flash. And that's Juju boy. I'm happy he where Juju was at. You know what I'm saying? So we could keep this recruiting thing going on. So that's what's going on, y'all. I mean, we got Andrew Marsh showing up with the boys, with Juju and Shamar Arnold at that Rivals camp. We got Cardi Smith looking like he gonna flip to SC, right? We got Riley Pettyjohn rocking all the USC gear, seem like on every picture, like, you know what I'm saying? So we got Boateng rocking the gear all the time. We got fans venting about Lincoln Riley ignoring Southern California recruiting, but I just brought y'all a video of a monster out of Southern California that we already up on his freshman year. This is just the news and notes out of USC Trojanville. This is my first edition of Carter Sports Center. How y'all like the Carter Sports Center? I'm not just focused on one player and a commitment, where I'm going over the weekly topics and the smoke that's going around USC. So if y'all like this Carter Sports Center edition, let me know. I'll bring y'all more. We can tap on all the weekly notes, because I really be having more information and sharing more things than I actually drop on the videos. So until then, it's Carter Sports Center. It's USC. It's Trojan City. So let's go.